We've got last-minute food hacks, and this is going to save the day when, Leigh-Ann, you hear the unexpected ding-dong at the front door.
This is the worst. Instead of, like, diving behind the sofa. turn off all the lights. Right?
We're not home.
Exactly.
So there's unexpected visitors. You know, it might happen, and you need to kind of be prepared.
For sure. And I think the beauty these days is you can create so much with what you already have. It's how to elevate the everyday.
Yes.
So dig into your pantry, dig into your fridge. There's really typical generic things, but it's how you present it that you can fool people to make it think that, like, you were just waiting for them to stop by.
I agree.
Right? My mom always used to say the doorbell would ring, and my parents were the consummate entertainers, and my mom would always open the door. Oh, hello, come on in. I hope you're hungry. And then she would scramble in the kitchen. It'd be like, and she,
oh my
literally,
gosh.
well, we had tasks, and my task was always make the punch.
Oh,
so
right.
my parents taught me very early, if you had 3 simple things on hand, literally it's punch in a minute. It really is.
Okay.
So cranberry juice, bam, throw a splash of that in. Then, because we want, the cranberry juice might have been in the cupboard and not cold.
Yes.
You grab some orange juice, frozen orange juice, and that's freezing cold. And right away, now you're getting the punch action happening. So we're going to dump that in. And then you can just top it off with the soda water to add some fizz.
Yes.
So this is super easy. The nice thing about this, you can see how fast we're making this, that all of a sudden now everyone has a drink in hand and they're getting comfortable. So then you can dash back to the kitchen to start the work.
And figure out what they're going to be
What the heck do we do next? And then I love just digging into the freezer for some frozen fruits. So regardless of what it is, they float in there nicely. And they also act as an ice cube without diluting the drink, which is really nice.
So think about it. You can have this juice and the soda water that can be sitting in your pantry forever,
100%.
for a really long time.
Really
so you
long
always have
time,
that
except
sitting
check
there.
your expiration dates.
Check their expiration dates for
Because then
sure.
your guests won't be coming back, which is maybe a win in some ways. Maybe they'll think to call ahead. So the other thing that I think, no matter how bare your cupboards are, if you haven't been to the grocery store, you can usually rustle up a grilled cheese.
Yes,
that's like our fail-safe in the family.
Absolutely.
So if you have bread, if you've got some cheese, maybe you've got some bacon bits, we're going to elevate it. Because in a pan, you can only maybe squeeze 2 grilled cheese in at a time.
Yeah.
You can make 8, you can make 10 of these at a time with this little trick. Grab your pizza cutter. You're basically just going to slice off really quickly all of the edges.
Okay.
Really simple. Put those to the side. Rolling pin. We're going to flatten this bread out as much as possible.
The doughier the bread, the better.
The doughier the better. Get that little creepy crust off of there. So nice and doughy. And now you're just going to sprinkle in a little bit of cheddar.
Okay.
And if you want to get a little fancy, some fresh bacon.
Yes.
Crumble that in there. And you basically create these little grilled cheese, I call them tornadoes, or gourmet grilled cheese rolls. And you're just going to roll up a bunch of those really quickly, throw them into a buttered pan, and you get these cute little guys that are so easy. So you can line them all up in a pan, do them all really fast, and then you can dig back into the cupboard. And if you have some condensed tomato soup, heat up some tomato soup quick. And I call these little tomato soup sippers. So basically, you can do a little dip of your grilled cheese in the tomato soup, and then sip right from the cup, right? So you don't even need to pull out the cutlery or the spoons. They're single serve, and they feel really elegant. And this is like, we're talking inexpensive and easy, super inexpensive.
You know what, the other thing, it's all about the bowl.
Right?
That's all that counts here.
Like a little ramekin, like anything like that.
What's in there?
Right? It's super cute.
You look like you were prepared. That's amazing.
Now, one staple we always have in the freezer:
frozen pizza.
Frozen pizza.
Yeah, get them on special. Buy like 6. Throw them in the freezer
for the holidays.
Yeah.
Now, you could easily slice these up really nice and present the slices, or you can slice them into strips and roll them into pizza pinwheels.
Oh, I like that.
So really, really simple. So the trick with this is cook this halfway through so you get it nice and soft, or let it thaw on the counter for a few minutes. Then you can slice it, roll it, then pop them back in the oven. They will need less time, a little bit of less time. You're just crisping the outside. A little bit of pizza sauce on the side to dip in.
Yeah.
And now it's just like a nice little nibbly that is like that, again, elevated everyday eating.
Absolutely.
Simple.
You took it to the next level. Okay, now these look fancy.
These are so unfancy, but so deliciously easy.
Okay.
Yes. So all I've done with this, have you ever used wonton wrappers?
Yes.
I love wonton wrappers. Always have them in the house. So you can put them just into a little muffin tin. Take any fish you have, canned fish, crab meat, salmon, shrimp, tuna, anything.
Yeah.
Throw it in a bowl with some chives and red pepper. Dump that in there. Now you can add a little bit of sour cream. You could add a little bit of, I like garlic mayo myself. And I just go by eye because you're just adding a little bit of creaminess to this. And you just whisk this all around. And then you're just putting about a tablespoon into each little wonton wrapper. Now you can cook them open face and then they create their own bowl, or as I did, you just pinch them together and then they create these cute little Santa's pouches.
That is so
right
good.
there. Yeah.
I mean, you
really
can
cute.
actually buy hors d'oeuvres like this and you're spending, you know, a little bit of money for about, you know, this many in a box, or you can make a whole bunch.
You can make a ton. You can have the muffin trays just going all afternoon long.
On and on and on, and you're making more as they're still sitting there because they won't leave, so you put another muffin tray in.
Exactly.
But what's great is that you haven't spent a lot of money and you used your canned goods.
Canned goods.
Excellent.
Now, a lot of people tend to have the cheeses and the meats usually ready for the go over the holidays.
Yeah.
Like, I think we're all pretty accustomed to doing that quickly. Here's the way to elevate that. Instead of just putting out cheese cubes with some meat on a plate, instead you're going to mix simple, a little bit of cheddar, a block of cream cheese, so cup of cheddar, cup of cream cheese, spoonful of, and depending on how heaping you like, I really like my garlic, and a splash of white wine, and throw it into a little mini crock pot.
Fondue.
And it's like an instant cheese dip, or if you put a little bit more wine, you'll get a fondue texture. So really nice, and you can keep this plugged in and stays warm, or lift this out and present it to your guests with some little breadsticks wrapped in prosciutto. So that's a nice way just to elevate as well the everyday that you have as a little dipper. So simple. So simple. Very
breadsticks
simple.
You can have the prosciutto you would have bought because you know you're getting all of your entertaining stuff together.
And if you've got two of the little hot pots, go into your baking drawer and grab some chocolate chips and do an instant chocolate fondue for dessert.
Definitely do that.
Simple.
That's important.
Absolutely.
It's more important than the cheese one.
And then this is my favorite because it is like a no-brainer, simple way to make what's already delicious, olives and nuts, which I love, make them even more delicious, and that's just by heating them up. There's nothing better to me than throwing, even if you're using canned capers, olives, even canned artichokes, throw them into a pot with some nice olive oil, some chili flakes, you get a little bit of heat. 5 minutes or less, you just want to heat them through, put them in a bowl, delicious. And nuts, my secret is all you have to do is some coarse salt, maple syrup. You coat them in a pan, serve them hot in a bowl. Oh, it's like winter and Christmas in a bite. So delicious. Yes. So delicious.
It also looked like you planned so hard. When really we're all like your mom and we're like, what am I going to make?
Yes.
That is so good.
And speaking of my mom, the one thing she always had was frozen. Always having a frozen box of goodies, appies on the go, and this is all from one box of appetizers that you can put out like a wicked dinner party of munchies, which is my favorite kind of dinner party.
Okay, so me too. Me too. I'm snacky.